Infinite love and gratitude to you all. My name is Sabina Powell, and I am your amazing intuitive life and business coach practitioner with the Intuition Wisdom Institute. Today's topic we're going to talk about is I'm sitting in front of a Starbucks, and I got inspired by Thailand just by sitting here and just watching the trees, the nature, the sounds, and just the good vibrations that's surrounding me. And it's so funny because uh, sometimes I have to laugh at myself because on my way here, I asked the passenger who was sitting next to me, I said, "Excuse me, do you know if there's a Starbucks in Thailand?" that was my main concern, to know if there is a Starbucks in Thailand. And so um, basically what I was sitting here, and what came to for the group was to clear the old patterns of this prehistoric um, how I'm seeing it's like how you think reality is, like these prehistoric concepts that humanity is like literally like holding on to their life. That's not their truth. And as I was as I'm sitting around, what's happening is in Thailand. Okay, I'm not saying America doesn't have this, but in Thailand, they have a lot of positive affirmations just sitting here. Like, they have a lot of positive affirmations. When I say, like, signs and symbols on their clothes, on their like the name of their restaurants is so hilarious. Like, some of the names are so funny. I find it quite interesting. I find it quite interesting. So, yeah. So we're just gonna clear the holding on, and what was coming up for, and it was so interesting because it's like I'm in Southeast Asia, but somehow the energy, that prehistoric concept connected to Africa was coming through, and I was like, okay, I've never been to Africa. Yes, my family, my dad's side is from there, but I never been. But it was like this prehistoric concepts that affirmations are spells, and I was like, what is going on here? Like, there's no such thing. And so what I was getting is that when I did tune into, like, affirmations versus spells and all that stuff, what I got was, it was so prehistoric. It was before mankind knew how to spell and read. And so what was happening as the spelling or the reading of the language of mankind, humanity, was coming into existence, a lot of people couldn't understand it because they didn't know how to read. And so what was happening is that those who were illiterate saw it as spells. Like, if someone wrote something, it was like, oh, they're cursed, or they're this and they're that. And I was like taken back from that. And it was like, the universe is like, there's just no such thing. It's just like, it's always yes and yes with the universe. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. So, and it's taking me back to that quote of, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. That quote is by Henry Ford, right? And so, whether you think you can, if you, in that same statement, you could look at a affirmation and say, hey, I'm just gonna say, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds, and write it down on a sheet of paper, right? In that same affirmation, like, it could be seen as both positive and negative. And so to a skinny person, it's like, why would I want to lose 50 pounds? But for someone who's not in shape or out of shape, they want to lose the 50 pounds. So it can be seen, it's like this prehistoric concept that true self is just wanting to shift for all of the trainers in the group and everyone who is watching and all the new trainers that will be coming in. It's like these prehistoric concepts, not just, I'm talking about on every level. And that is just like the minutes that I'm even talking about. It's like, sometimes the enlightenment process, honey, the enlightenment process. So we're just clearing that. And what True Selves is doing is just bringing more light into one's perception and awareness. It's like, become aware of truth, even if it's like triggering you on the inside and just making you angry on the inside or upsetting you, because it's like, what happens is when that truth comes into your beingness, into your reality, and it's like triggering you, and like you're bubbling up for no reason or getting upset and your emotions getting all whatever is activated, just continue to be in that stillness as long as you can. Then ask your true self, what is the truth? What is the truth in all of this? What is the truth? Because I always been that person. It's like, I always gotta ask questions. I just can't go with, I just can't go with something someone tells me, and especially if it's not truthful. And I could pretend for just a little while, and then all of a sudden, it's like my ego gets triggered. Like, this is bullshit. What are you talking about? How can this be? So what we're just doing is just shifting non-truthful concepts and bringing in those truthful concepts into the space, into your knowingness, into your beingness, and allowing that truth to just settle in, and allowing that truth to begin to unfold into your realities, allowing that truth to just redesign what's not truth into your beingness. It's almost saying, I'm seeing it's like deconstructing, you know how you have an old house and it just needs to be knocked down? That's how I'm seeing true self. It's just knocking it all down and just building like this fresh, this beautiful house for you, or this beautiful concept for you, where it's just full of truth and unconditional love. So thank you for that, bringing that into my space. Thank you, trainers, for allowing me to bring in that truth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, my name is Abina Powell, and I am your amazing intuitive life and business coach practitioner with the Intuition Wisdom Institute. Thank you guys, and bye for now.